These are the final two games of the Season 1 Construct and Control tournament. Players have a limited number of time to construct a wonder or eliminate the other player, while they build up an economy and contest energy sources.
Right. Tigger versus Drake. Pretty static start from both of them. Just sitting at our spawn. We've got the melee creep from Drake. We've got the ranged creeps from Tigger. And so Tigger rightfully responding with a very defensive start, but maybe a bit too defensive, and be nice to see some economy. It's hard to respond, right? You don't know what bot you're facing against really, so you can't just say, oh, if Drake do melee or do a counter to the melee strat. Uh, but this is fine enough. And so we've got the we're just leaving this creep to sit here, I guess. Interesting. Got our heal out. Got a very dominant military. We do not have a very dominant economy. I'm just gonna skip ahead here. Yeah, we're not really investing into any military. Very surprising. Okay, finally here because we didn't kill that melee creep, we're just able to sit here. It's able to kill our economy that we try to rush in. It seems like we're only responding to military that can move, which is a bit interesting. Definitely a bug in the code there. You should probably. Oh yeah, it happens right again. And now we finally kill it. Okay. Huh. It's funny to see bugs even in the most prestigious bots. And wow, Drake here wins because he has that extra energy into the goal. Wow, that one bug really just killed Tigga. All right, and then the final. So let me just make sure. Kurobi versus Kylo. Kurobi, player one. All right. Interesting, a melee heal snake from, yeah, it works. Wow. So the melee heal is able to take up the ranged. Got locked into a corner there. All right, no real economy from each player, but we have a pretty dominant hold here from Kurobi. Yeah. Okay, we're taking the middle now, middle energy source. Trying to push them back. Okay, so we pushed, wow, we got them into a corner. Good stuff. It's funny to see. So we're able to kill them. We're chasing this down. Where are we going? Where are we taking this? I would figure we would take this into a corner. It looks like we're going for the opposite corner here. Did we forget which side we're on? Very strange. All right, I will slow this down a little bit because we're on the final game here. So we're taking from the middle. We're getting some military out here again to contest. It's funny to see the heal here has no move, so yeah, we're able to deal enough damage, kill the heal. We try to flee, and Kylo's pretty heavily reversed this now, and I'm not sure what the economy was weird seeing that, but Kurobi was able to sneak in and take out the source, and so Kurobi is back in the lead with the energy now. Question is, with Kylo's military advantage, can he kill this fast enough? Which looks like he can. We're trying to bring. Oh, we lost our carry creep here. Got another. I'm not sure why we're doing this. We've got another moving hauler here from Kurobi. Just trying to take the enemy source. All right, so we're taking down this rampart here. It's gonna take a bit, but we're gonna take it down. So we're gonna kill Kurobi's energy source. But we have no energy source of our own. We are working on that though. So we've got the bottom right source here is going to be captured. Going to build that up. Bring some haulers here, looks like, yeah, to help bring this harvester to the source. But we win by goal. We have a little bit more of a goal advantage. And so Kylo wasn't able to establish their dominance fast enough. Wow. What an ending. All right. Congrats. So Kurobi finished first. Kylo second, and Drake with that melee strategy as third. Wow. Good game. Very different from the leaderboard we see. If I were to back out here, the leaderboard we see for the arena themselves, we have Shine and Sneaky Polar Bear. But they got knocked out by the other players fairly early on. Great match. Lovely to see that. Congrats to all three winners. Let's get into the second arena, the advanced one. So as I mentioned, the advanced one has sources right next to the spawns, totally protected, available for them to harvest. So we're going to see a lot more economy right off the bat. We're going to see a lot more aggressiveness that we can fuel based on this source. The main thing to keep in mind is it's still very much creep versus creep. Third place. So Kurobi versus Shine. It's definitely a tight competition. Very quickly getting a interesting. Why do we have a that seems like a bug. I think we were supposed to carry our work creep up there. Just have a move creep. Got some ranged creeps with looks like heal. Heading out. Oh, I see. This is always here. No, it's not. I think Shine built this at the start of the game. It's weird. Yeah, we're trying to put a bit of pressure here. The ranged melee defenders here not doing enough damage as they could if they were just both ranged parts. Big move ranged. You have to pick that out. I'm not sure I understand what the idea here is, but huh. Like there's nothing here, right? You would defend up here where your economy is, or down here, or maybe even the flags. But to have a rampart and range creep just in the middle of the map. Right, so we got our duo here running around. It's a pretty powerful duo. Yeah, it's able to contest pretty heavily in the middle here. So we're able to pick off those smaller creeps from Kurobi. Got a rampart here to make sure our top corner is safe. Kurobi's, yeah, pretty aggressive here with taking the top two energy sources. And wow, even the bottom corner. So there's definitely something to be said for instead of focusing on your own side's economy, if you can take the enemies, not only are giving yourself more economy, but you're also taking the enemies, right? It makes it a bit easier for them to attack. They have a much cleaner path to get there than you. But if you have the military, which it looks like right now, Shine very much has the military advantage, but we are not taking advantage of that to take out these sources. And so if we don't do that, we've none of our own side's economy. The enemy player, has at least some of their own side's economy, and so we're just gonna fall behind as long as Kurobi can pick it up with the military here, which I'm not quite sure we're doing. We're spawning fairly small ranged attackers. Right, these are what 4 or 5 part, 3 part. So yeah, quite small range creeps compared to what Shine is spawning here. So it's really military might, which Shine is substantially winning here with the 4 part 1 heal versus economic might. Yeah, we really need to be sending creeps up here and down here. Finally pulling the plug on an attack. Definitely did not go the way that Kurobi wanted it to go, losing quite a bit of creeps there. With these big stacks in the middle. Keep in mind these games, I believe, can go to 5,000 ticks. So to win with the goals, you either need to build them up, or you need to, or one of them up, I believe, or you need to just hold them and have a bit of progress on them by the end of the game. Neither of which Shine is going to survive here if he doesn't get a hold of the economy. And so we're putting pressure on the middle here. It's not really going to get us much, especially with the unprotected free economies back here that Kurobi's taking advantage of. Yeah. The incentive to destroy the enemy spawn is just way bigger than the construction and flag control. Like the fact that you can switch control of the goals so easily is like hugely detrimental to building up one of these goals. And so with all this pressure here, wow. Wow. Shine, despite the insanely horrendous, horrible economy disadvantage, we are able to take out the spawn with overwhelming firepower. Good game. Yeah, those huge range creeps definitely underrated in their power. All right, Drake versus Sneaky Polar Bear, the best of the best here. So we're gonna see melee creeps from both of them off the bat, I believe. Got a what is this up here? Is this a okay? We're going for the flag. I see. I see. Not really sure what that gets us off the start of the game. Guess it means we don't have to claim it later on, but got the melee creeps. We got a few range creeps from Sneaky. Drake is investing a lot more into the melee, it looks like. Sneaky's trying to get in here to the economy, which he will succeed in. If we can get a rampart up here, we'll be safe, but the range creeps fleeing quite well from Sneaky Polar Bear. Very well. Not taking any damage there, making sure we can kill those melee creeps. So it looks like Drake is going to switch into ranged. Good. So we got a rampart up here, so our creep is safe. Very well played. So all we just need to do is get that range creep around. Another economy setup for Drake. Oh, right. Okay. So, right, I forgot about that in the rules. So the slowdown effects, they only affect the player who does not control the respective flags. So the red flag controls the red slowdown, blue, etc. So controlling these does definitely have a material advantage here, which Sneaky Polar Bear has. So it means the enemy player is going to get stuck. Drake here getting stuck on these slowdown effects, while Sneaky Polar Bear can just run through them. Right, so we got distracted. And so our creep up here is really just shooting energy onto the ground. We've got 1.3k energy just sort of wasted. Yeah, definitely a huge fleet and chase advantage. And Sneaky Polar Bear being exactly as aggressive as he needs to be to attack these sources down here. And so, despite our harvesters surviving due to the very well placed ramparts, we're not really able to turn that into economy. We've even got a worker creep from Sneaky Polar Bear here, setting up ramparts for his own creeps to attack under. Wow, I love it. So we got small skirmishes here in the middle. Drake's got his pretty effective range creeps out. He's able to contest fairly properly, but yeah, now we've just totally taken the bottom right's energy source. These ramparts were a great idea. And then at the top right, trying to do a very similar thing here. This creeper is trying to walk over the construction site. I'm not really sure that's going to work. Or rather, it's definitely not going to work. Trying to bring in a melee creep here. Range creep to hold that. I think we're going to get distracted again. Yeah. Really, the creeps here need to focus and make sure their energy sources are defended. We're not necessarily we're losing, but we're not really winning here with our range creeps. Yeah, we lost one there. Probably gonna lose another two here. Yeah. So Sneaky Polar Bear's snowballing that military advantage into an even bigger one. Now he's got what a 4 or 5 creep lead here. Not to mention the economy lead. 3 out of 4 sources. Finally, we're getting in here to attack it, but it's already taking advantage of this source pretty heavily. It's gonna be another creep we're gonna lose here to the slowdown. And Sneaky Polar Bear, huge advantage here. Yeah, Sneaky Polar Bear has really got the right kind of aggressiveness for this game mode. You really should not, don't give your enemy anything. Just if you can walk in there with worker creeps and take it, you should do so. So we've got enough range creeps here that we're fully uncontested now, and we're just able to sit next to the enemy and pummel their ramparts. When I take out this rampart, creep's gonna have to move. Well played from Drake. We're still holding up here. I guess we got distracted again. We've got our own creep here from Sneaky Polar Bear that's like leading it out. Is this a designated distraction creep? It's got it's got a heal part and it's like, oh my god. Alright. We are yeah, we're just range mass attacking, break into this base here. It's very effective. And so it's only a matter of time for Sneaky Polar Bear to break in. It's got all four corners economy. Got getting big melee creeps out here too. Not really using it though. But we're getting a gigantic swarm of these ranged attackers. I'd love to see this come out. It looks like we're just using this as a defender, but we can definitely bring these guys in. Yeah, we're fleeing very well here. We're healing each other. This is everything you'd want from a very well-functioning squad. We're not getting distracted. For some reason, we have some creeps that are just chilling. They should really be joining in the fray, it looks like. But yeah, now the spawn is getting damaged, and very quickly, that will be a win for Sneaky Polar Bear, who wins the advanced arena. Wow, congrats. All right, so Sneaky Polar Bear in first place, Drake in number 2, and Shine in number 3.